Hey guys, I am here with Dominic Flores, who's going to be in the movie opposite Sandra Bullock. It's going to be called Our Brand is Crisis. Right now I'm here to talk to him about something that I've been practicing for the past couple of years, and I've talked to other people. It's ayahuasca, plant medicine,
Yes.
and you, my friend, are a facilitator.
I work with ayahuasca and different plant medicines. I facilitate in groups and privates, and I really believe in the healing power of this plant medicine, yes.
I want to talk to you about what I see on ayahuasca. Now,
Okay.
how long have you been doing ayahuasca? How many years?
I did my first ayahuasca journey in 2005.
Okay, wow.
So, and then I work with it 2 or 3 times a year since then.
I think one of the things that people want to know is when you take a psychoactive substance as powerful as ayahuasca, what are you seeing? And do you believe it's just going on in your head, or that you're tapping into a signal that's beyond you?
You know, it's interesting. I have a huge imagination. So when I took ayahuasca for the first time, that was something that was really important to me. You know, is it going to be? I needed to know that this wasn't just my imagination, that there was something more to it. I grew up a teenager that partied and did everything that teenagers do, especially in the 80s.
I was a raver in the 90s. So
Okay. So for me going into it, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just some party thing. And I had a lot of expectations. I did go into it with a lot of expectations, but yeah, when it first started, kind of, you know, you drink it in a tea, you drink it in a cup. It's very bitter. It does not taste that great. It's a taste that I've now come to look forward to. But it was interesting. You know, at first I wasn't sure. Sometimes it takes a long time to work. It doesn't necessarily. There's no promise that necessarily will even work
Some people
for you.
don't even journey the first few times.
There's something very powerful, and it gets a little hippy dippy. But this energy, this spirit, this ayahuasca femininity,
Yeah.
doesn't always want to work with you, and so it won't work. So when it did finally start working again, I wasn't sure, is this my imagination? But then I remember these images coming in that were just so unlike anything I'd ever experienced.
Now you speak about entities, and obviously, yes, there's this feminine, spiritual mother spirit that is, you can feel pulling out negative energy. But what are the things that you see? What are the typical visions that you have?
You know, even with a question like that, I always tend to kind of circle around with the answer, because I'm always looking more for the internal shifts and changes, not so much the light and not the outward displays. But of course, if we really want to get into it, yeah, visually, I always tend to see prehistoric fish.
Right.
I did a series of journeys, and I was gifted, I felt, in the last journey with my spirit animal.
Which was?
A tiger.
Wow!
I named my daughter Tiger Lily, actually, after that whole experience. And I actually got a tattoo of a tiger. I want to ask you something, too.
Go ahead.
Do you ever get, like, I don't know how you grew up, but I'm a very mythological person, so my whole journey sometimes carry on, like, I had one that was almost like the whole story of the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Do you ever have, like, I don't know what your childhood things were?
Well,
Mine were Star Wars and the Jungle Book.
So on ayahuasca, the intention is not just to enjoy a light show. Hopefully you get a light show, because it's such a beautiful thing, and it really shows you that there is that real reality within nature.
The universe is fun, yeah.
Obviously, when I go into ayahuasca, it's not just to trip and to see these things. It's also to get some insight in my life. I have my intentions. I want to grow and evolve as a human being. I'd love to see answers. A lot of the times when we discuss this before we started talking, a lot of times the answer from ayahuasca is, you know the answer. You know the answer. So that's it. So stop asking the same questions ayahuasca likes to tell me. But sometimes I need that. Now, but what the visions
sometimes it's
do
a little impatient. It's like, come on, you know.
Yeah. But what the visions do for me,
Okay.
and I'll tell you what are the things that I see is that when I am having heavy visions, and they can either be sacred geometry, so a lot of shapes and colors, or there is a lot of organic, biological eyes and mouths and all those kind of things. When I'm looking into the vision and I let go of it and get my mind to shut off, that ego to just drop and just go with the visions, that's when I'm able to purge. And when I just let go, everything just kind of like, and I feel like negative. So it feels like when you're kind of letting go to this matrix of spiritual imagery, that there seems to be a practice of letting go on different levels. And then when you think about your life as you're coming down and you do a lot of the introspection and
Right.
reflection, all of a sudden letting go of things is easier. Last thing, without naming any names, is Hollywood catching up to ayahuasca? Do we have a lot of
Of course,
actors and
don't you
filmmakers?
feel like I feel like Hollywood informed me to some extent. I know that Woody Harrelson has been vocal about that. I know that Owen Wilson had some troubles years back, and I know that Woody took him to Peru to do ayahuasca, and Owen's doing just great. But I do feel like, Hollywood, you can say what you want about it, but I find a lot of very intelligent, progressive minds that are really capable of changing in good ways our culture, and the influence they have as producers, directors, movie stars, what have you. I find them to be a beautiful community for these sort of new innovations of very old traditions. So,
That's awesome. Well, I'm
yeah.
glad that someone who's rooted in that and has
I do.
that
I share that
in
with you,
his
brother.
genes
I
to
do.
be sharing it from the source.
I
Thank
do.
you so much,
No, thank you, man.
Nice to meet
It's
you.
really good meeting you.
Thank
Yes.